about to sew this, and I'm terrible at sewing, so I'm gonna try my best to make it work. I'm just practicing my sewing skills right now. But I want to talk to y'all about something. I planned on making this a separate video, but I think I might just talk about it right now because no, I'm gonna make it a separate video. I've been having some difficulties sewing these things on this machine because I'm just my sewing skills just not good enough. Spam call, spam call. But the only way to get better at something is to keep on trying and keep on doing it over and over. So that's what I'm gonna do. Exactly. I feel like just now I just started and already something. It's like it's bird nesting. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's because I'm sewing on this knit. Why it's bird nesting like this, but man, I've done a couple of these before. It just flowed fine. Right now I'm having all types of problems. And when I test it out. So I do my test sews on a piece of paper. I just grab the piece of paper. I just like sew on it. Put top thread is loose. Top thread. That might have been a problem. I'm not sure. Going through a lot of stuff behind the scenes, y'all. Make a separate video to talk about it. Right now, I just want to jump on here and let y'all know that I'm still alive. Still alive. So if you have never saw me before, because right now I'm live on YouTube, on Twitch, and on Instagram at the same time. So whatever platform you're viewing from, thank you so much for tuning in. Follow me if you're not following me already. All right. All right. So I know that's fine. Do another test sew real fast on a piece of paper. Yeah, it's sewing great. It's sewing fine. But when I start sewing this, like, it's sewing fine. But when I start sewing this knit, for some reason, it just messes up, man. Those of y'all that sew, y'all could chime in because I don't know what the heck. I really don't know what the heck why it's doing this, but really, really, really typing on. Boom. I think just now maybe I didn't put down a foot just now a little while ago, maybe. Maybe the knit makes it harder to sew. But you really just gotta take your time and just do this. Like, don't rush it. That's the thing about sewing. You just gotta, especially if you're not like that fluent, you don't do it that often. You just gotta take your time and just do it. You know, a little bit, a little bit more. Down while you're turning. That's the problem. I'll be forgetting to put the foot down. That's where I be messed up at. See, when you forget to put the foot down, that's what happens. Mess up. get a bird nest at the bottom. So that's the one thing about sewing, guys. You cannot forget to put the foot back down when you put it up. And I think that's the problem that I keep on having over and over again, and why it keeps on messing up. I keep on forgetting. Sometimes I forget to put the foot back down. And I think if I can get over that, get past that, then I'll be all right. Yeah. Let me fast, guys. Give me a second. Up. Hold on. Hold on. Bam. Source. Bam. Bam. Put this on. A minute. Seconds. Put this on. 30 seconds. If you're watching on Instagram, you're seeing all of this. And I think that's it. Cool. Get back to this. See what y'all saying on YouTube. Nice. Back, bro. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm on YouTube. I'm A-Dubb Productions on YouTube. Watching on IG. I'm A-Dubb Productions on YouTube. So follow me there. If you're not following me there, also you can follow me here. I appreciate that. I gotta get my TikTok, rather. If you follow me on TikTok, I gotta get my TikTok up. I only got like, I don't know, 500. I got over 100,000 followers on YouTube. Used to do a lot of tutorials. I don't do that no more. I'm just trying to sell my products and promote show people the equipment that I use. So again, look at me forgetting to put down a foot. Put down. Yeah, see, once you got the foot down, good to go. That's what I'm forgetting. I'm forgetting to put the foot down all the time. That's why I'm messing up. That's what I'm messing up. Down. Direction a little bit. Here. Yeah, I got a deep conversation to have with y'all in a little while, in a couple days, about some stuff that I learned and some stuff that I don't want y'all to get involved in. So stay tuned for that. I'll probably do it on both channels, on TikTok as well as YouTube as well. Not Instagram so much, but sometimes as I'm sewing, fabric, I get off of it. Got so many twists and turns, like I'm off the fabric again. I'm just not good at this. Just not good at this. Stay on the fabric, bro. But I'm determined, though. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there. Twist. Still not on the fabric. Still not on the fabric. All this. I'm only around one little corner right now. Around one little corner of the design I'm trying to do. One little tiny corner. get back on track. Practice makes perfect. Gotta start somewhere. Practice makes perfect. This little edge that I'm trying to get is and start, back stitch, start, needle down, fabric, round, foot down. The key is to remember to put the foot down. That's all right. We rolling now. Rolling now. Remember, always remember to put that press foot down. A little tricky right here because I got a needle in here holding it. Going. Sorry, I'm not talking to y'all like that, but I'm trying not to mess this up. Up right here. A little bit. I could actually take some of these pins out. My little holder. That's pretty secure. Bam, bam. Watching on TikTok, make sure you guys hit that follow button. A lot of twists and turns in this design. A lot of twists and turns. Peaks and valleys. One thing that I did get pretty good at is controlling the presser foot with my foot. I didn't used to be good at that. Now I'm like I got a nice amount of control over that. Very proud of myself, I must say. Very proud of myself. Oh. Sometimes I use clips, but this was a pin job. I needed pins for this. Another thing you want to be careful is that you don't sew your garment, sew over top of your garment. This is a beanie right here. Y'all wondering what this is? It's a beanie. Beanie. I'll see it after I'm done. But man. Whoa, 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 whoa. Bit. Cooking on gas now. It's cooking on gas now. I got professional. Almost done. Almost done. Why handmade goods are so expensive. All right. That's that. Yeah. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got right here. Turn this up a little bit. Turn this up a little bit. Put this on my website in a second. I'll make a bunch of them. But this is just a trial run. Trial run. This new color right here. I can see your pretty face again. You come back and from all this pain and misery. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's official. That's official right here. Oh yeah. We looking good. How we looking? How we looking? 1 of 1. Stop playing with him. 1 of 1. How we looking? Let me see. Talking about on YouTube right here. Yeah, we looking good, right? All right. I'm gonna talk to my YouTube audience real fast. So let me talk to y'all real fast. TikTok, I'm out of here. Make sure you guys are subscribed on TikTok. I'm gonna end this TikTok live real fast. YouTube, give me a second. back to y'all. Bam, 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 bam. All right, cool. All right, let me talk to YouTube now. All right, finally. Good. All right. Boom. Turn this off. Give me a second, guys. Let me turn this switcher off, this camera switcher off. Whoa, 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 whoa. Nobody can tell me I don't be having fun with my tech. Nobody can't tell me I don't have fun with my technology. All right. Talk to y'all for a little while. All right, YouTube. What's going on? Respect, bro. I got Dan Dre McCray online. What's going on? He says, A-Dubb, what's good? I see you have a buy machine now too. Have you switched anything on it yet? No, I haven't switched anything on it. What exactly would I have to switch on the buy machine? What do you think? I didn't switch anything yet on the machine. You just need to sew more often. Laverne Shade says I need to sew more often. Yes, you just need to sew more often. Practice makes perfect. You will learn. Thank you so much, Laverne. I appreciate it. That's my goal, to learn more. Dan says sewing is no joke, but definitely good to know how to do. Definitely a huge patch. Yes, it definitely is. But I love these things. I've been wearing my other hat that I made like this out a lot. And I've actually sold some while I was out and about and had to make some. But what's crazy is that when I make them for somebody else, the sew job, when I'm putting the patch on, goes perfectly. But when I'm making one for myself, for whatever reason, it's difficult when I'm making it for myself. It's the weirdest thing ever. So yeah, in the chat, let me make sure you guys are hearing me correctly, and let me know where you guys are viewing from right now. Let me go on real fast and make sure that everything is copacetic on YouTube on my phone, even though I know it is. But I just want to make sure you guys, I'm still alive and everything, because sometimes this connection can be kind of spotty. Oh yeah, seems like I am. All right, I got 14 people on. Here go my cousin calling me. I'll have to call her back. Sure, she's calling me because she knows I'm live, or it might be her daughter's calling me. I'm not sure. But anyway, guys, I had a good time over the weekend. I went to my baby cousin Ashley's baby shower. Shout out to Ashley. She is 8 months pregnant, so she'll be having a little boy soon. Shout out to you. I can't wait to meet him. I had a good time hanging out with my little cousin Billy in Miami, Florida. Those of you guys that follow me on Instagram, y'all already saw some of the pictures from the baby shower. It was fantastic. My girlfriend went with me. Shout out to Chanel for coming with me. I appreciate that. So Dondre McCray is tuning in from Brooklyn, New York. Shout out to Brooklyn. Where Queens at? Give me a call when you get this. Touch base. Okay. Haven't heard from you. Funny. She funny. I'm gonna call her out right now. If you watch this video, when you do watch this video, you full of it, because I called you and you don't pick up. Your daughters call me more than you call me. But anyway, Atlanta, Georgia. Erica is tuning in from Atlanta, Georgia. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and show y'all a little bit of sewing, because a lot of people. Did you take a 3D? Yeah, I took one of the 3D prints over there. I took the It's a Boy. Funniest ever. I took the It's a Boy print over there. Here's a happy birthday print. What to say? Happy birthday. I took the It's a Boy over there. This the birthday boy drawing right here. And this is the It's a Girl 3D print. I took the It's a Boy over there, right? And I put it around my aunt's neck because my cousin looked so beautiful. She looked so beautiful dressed up. I didn't want to put it. I was scared to put it over her neck because I'm scared she might have been like, "What's this? Take this off me. I'm all dressed up, all nice, you know." But so I put it around my aunt's neck, and I told her I got this for Ashley so she could wear it, but she looks too nice, so I'm just gonna put it around your neck. So that's my aunt. My aunt was like, "We already know it's a boy." I was like, you talk about crushed. I'm like, well, damn, I know, but you know, it's just Never mind. Said to leave it alone. That shoot. So she wore it for a little while, and then next thing you know, it disappeared from her neck. So I don't know what they did with it. But yeah, I did take one of the 3D print chains that says "It's a boy" to the shower. You guys can see that right there. Yeah, these are available on my website, by the way. If you guys want to buy something that says something, you can DM me, or you can hit me up adubbproductions@gmail.com. Great for party favors, or like sometimes you have those photo booths or whatever. These are great little party tricks for photo booths if you guys have anything like that. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool. So I print that amongst a bunch of other things, but yeah. But I had a really, really great time in Miami. It was, when we went to Miami, it got to be like -16 or -14 here. And in Miami, it wasn't great weather in Miami, first of all, but it was way better than here. It was like in the 60s the first day, maybe like 65 the first day we got to Miami. Now, I think when we left, it was like 69. So, and then when we got back to Philly, it was about -10 or -4 that day, I think. And it's been cold ever since. But today, listen to this. Today is 38 degrees in Philadelphia. But this is the kicker. 38 degrees feels like 67 because that's how cold it was when it was like in the negative. So we're people all online, people that I know online, my friends online, all posting on their Facebook timelines. Yo, like it feels great out here. Like it's confusing. It feels really, really good outside, especially having going through such cold weather. So yeah, the weather is starting to change. The days are starting to get longer. Thank God for that. So I'm looking forward to this summer, and I hope you guys too. Hope you guys are too. But I want to encourage you guys, man. I want to encourage you guys to stay focused. Stay focused on a mission. Stay focused on what it is that you got involved in this garment decorating industry for, because a lot of us are getting sidetracked. A lot of us are getting sidetracked in technology. A lot of us are getting sidetracked in politics. I know I'm struggling with a little bit something right now, and I want to make a whole separate video talking about it. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. But it's going to be a deep conversation with something that I'm struggling with and trying to figure out. So I want to express it to everybody so that they know what to watch out for, and they know so they can not have to go through what I'm going through right now. All I gotta say is, like, for right now, just be careful how you enter the industry, and be careful what you get involved in, and make sure it's aligns with what your goals are. And sometimes it's all right to not exactly know what your goals are at first, but then when you figure it out, and you've been doing something opposite of what your goals are, you got to reset. You know what I mean? You got to reset and refocus and figure out how to do that, and figure out how to be successful doing that, especially when you've been successful doing something other than that, right? So it's kind of difficult. So yeah, we'll talk about that in another video. But yeah, it felt good in New York after the cold. Yes. Do you do a lot of mixed media on garment orders? Yes. No, I don't. Typically, no. The most I do mixed media wise is DTF in rhinestones or screen print in rhinestones. But other than that, I don't get a lot of mixed media orders as far as custom orders are concerned. Most of the time, it's either they want embroidery or they want a printed shirt. Nobody ever tells me. And if you think about it, if you're not involved in the garment decorating industry, you don't know what mixed media is, right? You don't know, you're not, somebody who doesn't know about this equipment and how to run this equipment is not calling you like, hey, I want embroidery and screen print. Like that's has that ever happened? Is it me? It's never happened to me. People be like, I want this on a shirt, or I have this idea. That's a lot of the times you get, I have this idea and I want to do this, right? But you don't typically get somebody who says, hey, I want DTF with rhinestones on it. You know what I mean? Or maybe they might say, I want this printed I want this to say on a shirt, but can you bling it out? Can you make it blingy? Can you make it shiny? That's what they'll say. They say, can you make it shiny or something like that? But people typically don't ask for mixed media. So I don't do a lot of mixed media garment orders. If I'm doing a mixed media, typically, honestly, to be transparent, it's for a video just to show you guys, right? So, and you got to be careful doing mixed media because not all of it looks good. And it has to be done correctly for it to like really look like it goes together. Like, for example, applique can be considered mixed media. I think applique is mixed media because you're doing embroidery and you're putting fabric in that embroidery. So I would consider that some type of mixed media. But typically when we talk about mixed media, we're talking about mixing like two different forms, like embroidery with print, whether it be HTV or DTF or screen print. Yeah, but I've been doing a lot of screen printing in the background, guys. A lot of screen printing in the background. One color screen prints, just practicing and doing a lot of it. And I'm gonna start offering that on my website, like one color jobs and stuff like that. And I want to do some more videos on the resew, the little small my screen. So stay tuned for that. Let me know if that's something that you guys are interested in seeing. But I only want to do things that align with what I'm trying to do right now. And actually nothing I said just now that I'm going to be doing aligns with what I'm trying to do. So that just lets you know that my mind is all over the place right now, guys. So please forgive me. Please bear with me. Keep me in your prayers because I'm going to keep y'all in my prayers also. But yeah, that's all I got right now. I'll talk to you guys on the next video. Let me read these few comments real fast. And I'll probably record this video and drop it tomorrow or maybe the day after tomorrow. So just stay tuned for that. Very deep, very interesting stuff that I'm going to talk about and some things that you guys really should consider. All right. So DeAndre says, yes, facts. I was in the store today and seen a lot of mixed media, which looked really good. Screen print and embroidery. What store were you in that had screen print and embroidery? Because I've never seen that much mixed media out, like in the main, like in department stores and stuff. I don't typically see mixed media. You might see some applique a little bit, but typically I've never seen. I guess yeah, I have seen a little tiny bit of print and embroidery. I guess I have, but not typically. But where were you at where you saw that? That's interesting. Jose Rivera said, hey dude, hope you're doing well. When you planning to make a video comparing the Vision versus Marquee? I'm looking forward to seeing you make it. I don't think I'm gonna do that video. I don't think there's a need for that video, and I don't want to put out those messages like this machine versus that machine. I'm past that point, guys. I'm not. A lot of people aren't receiving the messages correctly, and I see far too many people online comparing this machine to that machine. When I want to be honest with you guys, I want to be fully honest with you guys. I'm always trying to be honest with you guys, man. You guys that are focused on this machine versus that machine and this machine is better than that machine, that's not going to get you anywhere. Y'all like, really, like, are you trying to make money? Like, that's what's kind of like weird in this industry and kind of frustrating a little bit, because people will, like, as an influencer on my end, people will really not like you because of the machine that you're using. And then I'm saying this because I have people that have literally unfollowed me that I knew in person, that I met at like events and stuff like that, that like we would talk back and forth DMs in the messages or whatever, direct messages, and they'll be having issues with their machine while I got mine running good. What I want you guys to know is not the machine, it's you. If it's not the machine, it's you. I've come to the conclusion that most of these issues that y'all, whoever it is, people that are watching, it's not the machine. You're the problem. You just don't know what you're doing. So I don't care. You can get whatever machine you want to. If you suck, you suck. Like if you're not that good with operating the machines, you're not that good. Like, you know, so you just need to spend time with your equipment and learn how to use it better. It's not the machine. And it's so obvious to see this stuff. It's so obvious to see this stuff. And I don't understand how y'all are not seeing it, because people are posting beautiful embroideries online and you guys can see it for yourself. Don't take my word for it. Go on TikTok, go on Instagram. People are posting beautiful embroidery done on all different types of machine. But people are still focused on which machine, what machine is better. The best machine is the machine that you can afford. The best machine is the machine that's in your price range. There's no, I don't want to do this machine versus that machine, because I want to keep people focused on what they need to focus on. And that's the most important thing right now. The most important thing right now is trying to figure out how to help people make money with the equipment that they have. Because right now, the economy is all jacked up. We can't trust our government. They're full of crap. The legal system is fully crap unless you're top 1%, right? It's too much going on to be distracted by all this noise. And doing a this machine versus that machine, it might get a lot of views. It might get a lot of views, but it's just going to cause a lot of argument, and it's people arguing in the comment section and people coming at me. And what does that accomplish? What does that accomplish? Listen to what I'm about to say. Listen to me. All these machines work just fine. The problem is the people using these machines are incompetent. They mess the machines up, don't know how to fix them, and blame it on the company. There, I said it. Put me on any embroidery machine, I'm going to have it running smooth. It's not the machine. This machine versus that machine, it's like you can compare features. Maybe one might have a better screen or be more user-friendly, but you know, if you don't know how to adjust tension, you don't know how to adjust tension. Like, it doesn't matter what machine you're on. If the tension goes out and you don't know how to fix it, the machine doesn't matter. Then you got machines with auto tension, you know? But if your bobbin's messed up, like if your bobbin tension is off, I don't know. Those machines that have upper tension, I guess it adjusts for the bobbin automatically. I don't really know, but something's going to go wrong on that machine and you're not going to know how to fix it. You know what I mean? Something's going to happen. Like somebody messaged me earlier and they said, what they asked me? They asked me, if I could find that. I think it was on Facebook. Guys, sometimes I honestly get tired of answering these silly questions. It's not that they're silly questions, because I don't like to say it like that, but sometimes people just don't think. You know what I mean? Sometimes people just don't take a moment to think. I'm trying to find it. I don't even remember where it was at. Was it on Instagram? I don't see it on maybe it was on YouTube. I don't know. I get asked questions every social media. Let me try to find it. I think it was a YouTube comment or question. Okay, here we go. This is the question right here. So, in your experience, do you see Racoma a machine that, do you see Racoma, this is exactly what it says, do you see Racoma, let me, So I can't even read this. See, I'm gonna read exactly verbatim as he typed it. So, in your experience, do you see Racoma a machine that usually needs repair and adjustments versus Barrett or Tajima? That's what they asked. Verbatim. Exactly like that. Right? So, in other words, do I see Racoma as a machine that constantly needs repairs versus the Barrett or Tajima machine? So, I'm going to tell y'all how I answered that question. All right. Because I like to be fair. So I told the person, in order for me to answer that question, first and foremost, I would have had to use all machines, all those 3 machines mentioned. And I only used Racoma and Tajima machines. And in my opinion, when I use the Racoma and the Tajima machines, they ran equally as good. Maybe because I'm used to running embroidery machines and I just know what to do, and they ran equally as good. I couldn't comment on Barrett because I haven't ever used a Barrett machine. So, and I've said this in other videos, like, people will comment on stuff that they have no experience with. I'm not one of those people that's going to give you advice on stuff that I haven't used, stuff that I don't have experience with. So that's why I don't like when you guys what machine do I recommend? In order for me to properly tell you what machine I recommend, truthfully, I would have had to use all machines. I can tell you what I use and what works for me, right? But I can't tell you versus every other machine. And, you know, people will do that online and mislead y'all, right? But this is what I also told this person, right? I told them that if you get onto a Tajima, if you get on a Barrett, if you get on a Melco, if you get on a Racoma, if you get on a Buy, if you get on a Fruit of the Loom, if you get on a Brother, if you get on a Kumbaya, if you get on a Zigzag, if you get on a Rainbow machine, if you get on any machine and you don't do a trace and you press start and that foot hits that hoop. If you get on any machine and that foot hits the hoop, you might have a problem. Most of the time, it'll be something that you can fix really easy, from my experience. But sometimes you might have messed something up. And it's not going to matter if you're on a Racoma, Buy, Tajima, Barrett, ZSK, Brother. If you messed up the machine, you messed up the machine. So this is a silly question to me, because most of the time when people mess up machines, it's because of something that they did. So when somebody asks me if I see Racoma as a machine that usually needs repair or adjustments as opposed to Barrett or Tajima, that's what I have to say. I mean, all machines are going to need adjustments as you use them over time, right? And if you mess up a machine, you messed up the machine. So, of course, it's going to need a repair. So it's not going to really matter what machine you have, right? You know, maybe some machines might need less adjustments than others, and some machine might hold their tension longer than others. Maybe, I don't know, because I would have had to use all machines for a long period of time in order to answer that question, in order to know that. But what I can say is I'm good enough to look at my embroidery and adjust on the fly while the machine is running to avoid a lot of issues. People are not willing to spend enough time with their equipment to learn how to do these things. And people are just, quite frankly, focused on the wrong thing. And they're confused. They're confused. A lot of people are confused because they see a lot of machines online and they don't know what to buy, they don't know what to get. You know what I mean? And it's a whole lot of different reasons why people are asking these questions. They don't want to spend the wrong money and have to buy twice. But if you're making money, it's not going to matter. If you get any piece of equipment and you use it and you sell product and you build your business, buying another piece of equipment is not going to be a problem. The least of your worries. Because when you sell consistently and consistently make money, you all of a sudden realize if you're making money and you build your business and you're selling that much, you're going to quickly realize that the cost of these machines, when you're not doing it, it seems like a lot. But when you're doing it and you're selling a lot on a consistent basis, the cost of machines are nothing. Like the cost of these machines are very, very cheap compared to what they can produce you on a monetary basis, right? That's my take on that. But yeah, man, let's focus on making money. Let's focus on making money. Let's not do versus this versus that. It gets a lot of views, you know, it's popular and all that, but I don't even want to get into that because that's not what I want to do with my channel. That's not what I want to do moving forward. And even though we'll get a lot of views and it'll make some money on YouTube, but like that's not what I want to do anymore. It's not what I want to do. And I have a great relationship with both companies, and I want to keep it that way. And I don't want to, for me to make this versus that video, it'll have to be something worth it. Like it'll have to be something that y'all need to see. Y'all need to know that's important. I'll let somebody else do that video, but I don't see myself doing that. So sorry to disappoint. Yeah. So, what is the larger size on the Vision? Does it embroider? What is the larger size on the Vision? Does it embroider? Whew. Okay. Yeah. I don't know offhand, but let's go online and see. Let's go online. Google. By Vision. That's how simple this is. By Vision embroidery area. I don't know all this off like right off the top of my head, guys. I don't memorize this shit. Like, y'all be asking me some questions like y'all think I work there? Like, I don't give a shit. All right, so it says the Vision 50 needle embroidery machine features a standard maximum embroidery area of 500 times 400 millimeter, which is 19.7 inch wide, I would assume, by 15.7 inch in depth. All right, so yeah, that's the embroidery area on the Vision. A simple Google search. Simple Google search. Somebody said it's all about preference. Yeah, it's all about preference. Whatever you want. No, actually not. It's not. Actually, let's be honest. It's all about how much you can afford, because a lot of people are asking for this stuff can't even afford it. Like, you know, a lot of people are asking about Barrett and Tajima. Do you have Barrett and Tajima money? If it's your first machine, do you really have Barrett and Tajima money? You have ZSK money. ZSK machine, like one brand new is like $30 something thousand. A Barrett and brand new is like, I don't know, maybe like 18,000. You know what I mean? And the reason why I'm doing things the way I'm doing now is I'm trying to help the little people out. You know what I mean? The little people that really, really need the help. Because guess what? If nobody helps the little people, y'all, let me be quite honest with you guys. If nobody helps the little people, what do you think the little people are going to start doing? What do you think a kid in a low income neighborhood that has no options, no guidance, no opportunities, what do you think that kid is going to do if no help comes along or nobody comes along to show him how he or she can get in the doors and do something at a reasonable and get into a field at a reasonable rate that's not like $30,000? What do you think that kid's going to end up doing? In the chat, what do y'all think that kid's going to end up doing in the chat? What do you think's going to happen? I already know what's going to happen. And it's not a color thing. It's not a white thing. It's not a black thing. It's not a Puerto Rican thing. It's not a Chinese thing. If somebody has no opportunity, human nature kicks in, survival kicks in after a certain amount of time when that person needs something, right? I don't care who you are, where you come from, what your upbringing is. If you're put in a certain situation where it's life or death, what are you going to do? Your kids are hungry. You got no money. You're about to get kicked out of your place. You done borrowed all you can borrow from your friends. Friends stop picking up the phone. Your phone's about to get shut off. You got no family members is just as in the same situation as you. What do you think's gonna happen? All right. If you don't help these people, they're gonna rob you. If you don't help these people, they're gonna steal from you. So you have to do things that are important and give other people a shot. You know what I mean? You have to. So that's why I'm concentrating now on low income machines, low price machines, and showing people that you can make it happen with those low price machines. And how do I know this? Because I see this all the time on Facebook in the different embroidery groups, on Instagram, on TikTok. I see people using all different types of machines, embroidering all beautiful stuff. While people are still trying to talk about, people still arguing over what machine is the best. Who cares what machine is the best? Who cares? It doesn't matter. It does not matter what machine is the best. And what qualifies one machine as being better than another one? Especially when a DST file is a DST file is a DST file. I bet you most of y'all can get on the best machine, and I can out embroider you on the cheapest machine. I'm willing to bet money on that. I'm willing to bet on that. I can get on the worst machine, the worst multi-needle you can find. I'll tune that thing up, stretch those springs out, get my tension back, get the right tension on that bobbin, oil that baby up. Not the machine, it's you. I mean, just saying. All right. Did you ever try Kittle? No, I did not ever try Kittle. Not interested. I have a service that is similar to Kittle, and that's Vexels with a V. Vexels. I use Vexels. When I want like some AI graphics or something like that, I use Vexels. But when I want other graphics, I go on my Affinity Designer, and I make them manually. But yeah, I don't ever use Kittle. A lot of people use Kittle, and to be quite frank with you guys, Kittle is one of my enemies, because a lot of people that don't need to be using the software use the software, and they end up sending me the DTF images to print, and they have a white background on there, and inside the image has white. And when I use a background removal tool, it removes not only the background, but it removes all the white in the image, because that's how the color removal tool, they call it a background removal tool in the software, but it's actually a color removal tool, right? It removes the white background. But it not only removes the white background, it removes all the white in the image. So a lot of people don't even know how to use the software, and they don't even know how to export an image with a transparent background. They don't know how to export a high resolution image with a transparent background. Some of them don't even know what it means to be a transparent background. They don't know the difference between a JPEG and a PNG, right? So there's some things in all different mediums or disciplines involved with garment decorating. There's skills that need to be learned that these softwares are just coming out with. They're just trying to collect money. You know, they're trying to be helpful also, but people are just skipping over learning processes, or maybe they're learning along the way. But in the meantime, they're causing a whole lot of frustration in the industry because, they don't know the basics. You know, the basics definitely need to be taught before you go on to like thinking you're a graphic designer because you got the software that uses AI or whatever, and you can probably create some nice looking stuff, but you don't know how to export it. You don't know how to export a high resolution version. You don't know how to export it in the right color format for printing. There's a lot of stuff going on, guys, in the background, for real. How long did it take you to really get comfortable with embroidery? We got to go back to the Brother SE600. I don't know, maybe about. Okay, we'll answer this question in two parts. With the Brother SE600, it probably took me about 3 months to get comfortable with that machine. 3 months. But with the multi-needle machine, it probably took me to really, really get comfortable. It probably took me 6 months. All right. At 6 months, I was comfortable and I thought I knew what I was doing. At a year, I was more comfortable and I really thought I knew what I was doing. But see, with embroidery, especially when you're on when you're on a multi-needle, it could be a year, it could be a year and a half. Depending on how often you're on it, you still don't know what you think you know. Because even to this day, I'm always learning stuff about embroidery. So as much as you think you know, probably don't know as much as you know. And looking back on all these years, I was never as good as I am right now. And every year I get better, you know, and I can't say that. I can't tell you an exact time where I got that good. I just don't. Because I'm always learning. I'm still learning to this day. You know what I mean? So it's like embroidery is one of those things where it's gonna take a while, and everybody, like, I know why you're asking me that question. You're asking me that question because you're trying to determine how long it's gonna take you to get better, or get to the level where you're comfortable. What works for me is not going to work for you. What works for you is not going to work for me. Everybody's different. Everybody takes in information differently. Everybody learns differently, and not everybody puts in the work the same way, right? Like a lot of the time, a lot of the things that I teach you guys or show people on videos are things that I figured out myself. You know, a lot of people come on and they want somebody to show them what they've learned. But this is the thing, right? And listen to this. Listen to this. Being shown how to do something is a lot different. Let me start that over. Being shown how to do something is a lot different than learning how to do something on your own through trial and error, right? Because what happens is, here's the difference. When you learn how to do something on your own through trials and error, you get comfortable doing other things while learning how to do that things, and you learn how to do other things when teaching yourself how to do that thing. Does that make sense? But if I tell you and you follow instructions, you're not really learning anything because you're just doing what I told you to do, and you don't know the methodology, the methodology behind it. But when I'm trying to learn something or figure something out, I'm using my logic in my head from the knowledge that I know, and I'm understanding what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. When you're taking instructions, you're just doing something that you were taught. It's kind of like being book smart versus being hands-on smart, right? Okay, let me give you for example, right? For example, would you rather get heart surgery from a person that has done 60 heart surgeries, or would you rather get heart surgery from a student that just graduated with their master's, right, in heart surgery, whatever that is, but they never did heart surgery, but they were They were the top of their class. They knew all the information. Smartest person in the class, knew everything, right? Aced all their tests, aced everything, perfect grade point average, but never did heart surgery. Who would you rather do heart surgery? I'll take the person with the hands-on. I'll take the person with the hands-on experience because they know what to look out for in the field. They know what could go wrong in the field. But the person that was book taught, they don't have that information. You can be taught something, but when it's time to do it, whole nother ball game. All right, yeah, guys. Let me read a few more comments and I'm gonna get out of here. Just hit A-Dubb up for me now. We can fix it for free. For me, we can fix it. That's right. We can fix it for free. And the size definitely has the larger embroidery area. Yeah, the SWD probably has the largest embroidery area out of a lot of these embroidery machines. The Racoma SWD machine. Yeah, it's definitely I don't think the Buy Vision has a wider. It doesn't have a wider embroidery area. So yeah. All right, guys. Yo, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you guys, and I'm gonna talk to you guys tomorrow, most likely, about some deep stuff. So stay tuned for that. All right. Talk to y'all later. Oh, I never hit y'all with music.